girl, just say ill and move on. This is a continuation from my last conversation when I was telling you how I got cheated on, and this is kind of the things I did in order to move on from dating a narcissist and being in that toxic loop, toxic cycle that can be a bit difficult to come out of. But I'm gonna tell you that it's not difficult at all. It's who you surround yourself with, and that is one. That's the first point. Don't surround yourself with people who are telling you these kind of advice. Go on dating apps. Start dating the next man that's on your roster, and if you don't have a roster, create a roster. Fourth one is sleep with people. That will help you get over your ex. I wish at the time I didn't have people like that around me, but luckily I had God, so I wasn't doing any of that stuff. But when I was resorting to just people that I wasn't even close to, that was the advice that they were coming to me with. That was the advice they were telling me to do. To sleep with people? Are you for real? To get myself over my ex? Like, to heal? Girl, who you surround yourself with, the people that you have around when you get cheated on is very, very important, because these people are either going to put you in this pedestal where you're going to be sleeping around with people, or you're going to be put in a place where you are going to be growing from that toxic cycle you was in and growing to this best version of yourself that's going to lead you into understanding your values, your standards, who to surround yourself with, just to grow into this woman that you are becoming. But let's go back to this route A. Having toxic friends who say things like that as their advice to you. Please, first of all, don't listen to that advice. Don't go on dating apps. Don't go sleeping with the next person. Do not find a rebound, girl, because that is short-term pleasure. This short-term pleasure is not going to heal you. It's literally going to just help you feel good in that moment. But then after a while, you will feel disgusted. And after a while, you realize that you can't actually replace your ex with this. You actually can't, because this is all just sex. And it's not going to get you anywhere at all. You're going to be stuck where you was to begin with. The same feelings you had for the man that was the narcissist that you was dating. That's where you're going to be. No matter how much you're sleeping around with people, you're going to be going in that cycle with that man in the middle who's going to be on your mind while you're sleeping around with these people. You don't want to be doing that. When you're going on dates and everything else, you're going to be thinking about your ex. It's not going to help you grow or move on from that person. So my advice would be, for my first point, is surround yourself with people who want to see the best version of you, who know that you've gone through all this hardship, this pain and suffering, and they will listen to you and hear you cry, lend a shoulder to cry on. But they're not going to tell you to go on dating apps and see the next person. Just no. That's something that really was something that I had to hear. But I wasn't getting that. I was really just surrounding myself with people like that, and I was crying and spilling how I was feeling to people I wasn't even close with. So embarrassing. I'm never gonna do it ever again. But I'm not close with any of those people, and those people aren't in my life anymore, thank God. But I just don't want you going through that yourself, because it doesn't allow you to grow at all. Another thing is, now instead of doing that, surround yourself with people, yes. But also, now this is your time to take this heart pain that you are going through and put it into something that is a very healthy mechanism. I put it into songwriting. I put it into my creative journey. My creative journey was getting myself into modeling, into acting, and into content creation. So all that led me to content creation and putting myself in the gym. But we'll touch on that in a second. Allowing yourself to tap into a whole creative realm that you never thought you was able to do is something that is very, very possible when you put all your pain and hardship and everything you're feeling, when you put into something like that, it really brings out the craft of the work. Take that advantage of the pain you are feeling and put it into your business, put it into your music, put it into your writing. put it into your content creation, whatever it is that you want to do, into your modeling, whatever it is you want to do. Trust me, the pain you are feeling right now will get you there so fast. It's like taking a drug, right? It's like taking steroids, and this feeling that you're going through, this hardship, all that pain is like that steroid. And if you put that towards whatever it is that you want to do, it will literally get you there faster than you thought it was gonna get you in the first place. That's how painful this heartbreak is. But that's why heartbreak can be disguised as this really perfect steroid that will get you to places that you never ever thought you could get to that quickly. Another thing is going back to the gym. Allow yourself to start going to the gym, to start eating, because the gym is the reason why the gym is very important, or Pilates, whatever it is that will get your body moving. It will allow you to start feeling hungry again. When I was going through this heartbreak, and when I was going through all these toxic cycles and being cheated on by the same person again and again, I was losing so much weight. I lost 10 kg, and I had to find a way to start eating again, and going to the gym gave me that purpose to start eating more protein than anything. So really put yourself in a place where it will start moving your body way more than usual, and it will start regulating your system again, so you can start feeling like, okay, I can start eating meals again, because I wasn't before. Another thing is reading either your Bible, reading self-development books, reading books that going to get your creative juices, whatever it is, and starts to like enhance your imagination. Start reading books, because it will start to allow you to really move away from this realm that you are in right now, where you are constantly thinking about these kind of questions. Oh, what if I did this? Then maybe we'd still be together. What if I made this decision? Maybe we'd still be together. Maybe if I gave him another chance, maybe if I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like, no, you don't need to be thinking about any of those things. So in order for your mind to be distracted in the most healthy way, start reading books, start listening to music, start watching things that will make you feel happy and create that dopamine effect. Now when you listen to music, don't be listening to those sad music that's about breakups and heartbreaks and all that nastiness. No. We're gonna pause Scissor and Janae Aiko and Summer Walker right now. Okay, you can listen to them when you're feeling way better than you are, but you're not gonna listen to them while you're in that same mindset, because that's gonna keep you in that same limbo that you don't need to be in. Okay, because we're here to grow. We're not here to stay in the same position that we were in to begin with, that our relationship put us in. No, we don't need any of that stuff. Another thing is journaling. Now, journaling is something that I wasn't doing in the traditional way. I was writing letters to God. That was really helping me, and still continues to help me to like bring my thoughts out of my head and actually write it down on paper, and have just clearing up the unnecessary storage that's in my mind right now. I don't need any of those extra files. That has really helped me, and I still continue doing it till this day. And also, the ones I wrote at the time, I look back at it sometimes and I realize, damn, I came so far, and I'm so proud of myself, and that's the position I want you to be in as well. Another thing that has really helped is removing everything. Now in that same week when I was going through that heartbreak and pain and suffering and whatever, in that same week I deleted all the images, all the photos we had, all the memories. I removed everything from the recently deleted numbers. I blocked everything on all social media platforms, including Spotify or any shared playlist. Removed all of that stuff, got rid of all the cards, messages, got rid of all the gifts. Even if it was something that I liked, removed. I didn't need it. I didn't need anything that was from that part of my life. You are entering a new chapter. You are entering a new book. Not even a new chapter, actually. You are entering a whole new book. Like, you don't need to be holding any strings attached to anything in the past, even if it's things that you really liked. Because even just think about it, when you get yourself into a new healthy relationship, you don't want to be bringing old baggage with you, would you? No, I don't think your partner would feel comfortable either. Another thing I started doing was really hanging out with my loved ones, my friends and my family, because when I was in that toxic relationship, it really put me in this limbo where I just became so antisocial, where I didn't even want to speak to anybody. I wasn't even in contact. I wasn't even telling any of them what I was going through, or the, you know, abuse, different types of abuse that I was going through. I went through so much emotional abuse that it started to affect my body as well. And that relationship in the past did become a little bit physical towards the end, and I didn't even tell my loved ones. And that's something that I did regret doing, and I realized the importance of being able to just tell people, being able to have those trustworthy people around you who can give you the right advice because they genuinely want the best for you. And I wasn't allowing myself to do that because I'm just someone who likes to keep my business all private. But then it gets to a point where, like, if you're going through that kind of stuff, which you shouldn't be going through, you need someone who is in the right mindset, who isn't in that relationship, who isn't in that toxic realm, to be giving you that kind of advice that you needed to hear but you didn't know you needed to hear, if that makes sense. So firstly, make sure you tell someone if you're going through any kind of abuse. Secondly, now that you've gone through this, you got to realize that this is going to require a lot of healing. And even till this day, I still feel like I am still healing from my past trauma, because the things that you get put through, the betrayal and just being cheated on, it does leave a massive imprint, and it's something that takes you a while to even realize. Like, I thought I was over it, I thought I was healed, I really thought I was healed, but it wasn't until getting myself in a new relationship it made me realize all the things that I still needed healing from. I didn't even realize my triggers. And it's not until you put yourself in those new relationships where you realize, damn, like, there is actually a lot more work that I need to do. And sometimes you might realize that it will take a couple years, not just 1 or 2 years. It will take more than that, maybe 5, maybe 10. You don't know how long. Everyone's different, and everyone handles their emotions and trauma differently. And me, I thought I handled it well by, you know, having fun, traveling a lot, working on my own content creation and things like that, music, all of that stuff. But it didn't actually heal me. It was kind of just becoming a distraction, and the healing part just got lost within that. So I definitely recommend taking some time out to just really understand what you need to work on, what things need to be healing with, and being honest with yourself, and being vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable with yourself. And when the time does come when you put yourself in a new relationship, have that honest conversation with that partner, because it will really allow you to understand, you know, how you want to be communicated with. It will help you understand your trigger points, and if this person that you're going to get with in the future is genuinely going to love you and care for you, he will actually put in those placements. He will put in that effort. He will be understanding. He will be gentle and kind and love you with your own love language. So definitely have that conversation. And another thing to do when you are going through this breakup and when you are moving on is definitely make a standard list. Really take time, take a year or 2, whatever it is, however long you need. Make a standard list, because this is something that I didn't have in my previous relationship, but I finally have it now, where I have a whole standard list of things that I want and seek in a man. So it could be something as small as being able to cook, or it could be something as big as, I don't know, like they make X amount of money. It just depends on what kind of man you want and what your priorities are. But it really helps you understand your values and things that, and crosses out things that you don't want in a relationship. And also, when you get yourself in a new relationship, at least you have this blueprint of standards that you can use, and your partner can use to hold themselves accountable. Because you don't want a partner who's just throwing in all this love in 3 months in the honeymoon phase, and couple year or 6 or months later, or however long, they're not meeting those standards. No, you don't want a relationship like that, because I know there's so many of my friends who are going through that kind of relationship where they are not getting treated the exact same way they were being treated before. And it's the man's fault for putting those expectations, to be honest. Like, it really is. And you need to now meet those expectations, but also you need to meet the woman's standards. And that's the truth. That's the truth, because if they can't meet your standards, someone else is going to fulfill that job, quite literally. So just understand that love alone is not enough. It's not. Anyways, I hope that helps. Really make sure you write your standards. I actually have made a conversation, we actually did have a conversation about my standards list, where I wrote like 73 standards, but I need to go through it and always update them. Like, always be thinking about it. Not always, whenever you get time of reflection, think about it and always update it, because it's very important, because your mind is always changing, you're always growing, you're always going through loads of different experiences. But really prioritize yourself first, and I love you. I love you, and hopefully this video has helped you in some way. I'll see you in the next one.